What is going on, guys? Today, or I guess by the time you see this, it'll be much further away. But if you notice the background, I'm not at my house. Today is Thursday, so this will probably go up like Monday or something like that. But this weekend and this week, the end of this week, I'm on a business trip to Nashville. So we drove 4 hours, or technically it's 3 hours, because the time zone changes when it goes from Chattanooga? I don't know, something like that, and it changes over. So it's kind of crazy to think that like everyone that I really know is technically an hour ahead of me. So like it's almost 3:30 right now, so technically it's 4:30 there. So it's like when so if someone texts me or something like, oh, good night or something like that, then it's gonna be an hour even later than that, or an hour. Wait, to them would it be an hour early? Yeah, so if they text me at like 10 and then I would receive it at 9. That's so crazy. But we are here. This is the room. Hold on. So there's like a lounge area. I guess that's the kitchen. We got a pretty big TV that swivels. Bathroom, bed. Not much of a view. Oh, I hit the wall. It kind of like just like a bunch of hotels, and everything's like dead from being fall. But we have a networking dinner this evening, and we're gonna go talk to people, and then tomorrow is the actual all-day event, and then we can come back on Saturday, and we're leaving now to go like walk around downtown, because you kind of want to, you know, do fun things while you're here in Nashville. And it was funny, we were on the radio, they were like, there's nothing but country music on the radio, and they're like, we're in Nashville. And we all busted out laughing, and the car ride over was just super fun. Everyone was laughing and all that. But I need to go downstairs because they're waiting on me. What is going on, guys? I'm sorry I actually didn't film as much as I wanted to, like as far as like vlogging and talking about what was going on. But I'm kind of going to give a recap and then cut to those pieces that I missed, or you guys feel like you got left out on. So I think I left off, this is like 2 or 3 days now, but I think I left off on the night we went to the networking event. I got dressed up. We went to a place called BB King's, which supposedly is this old, very famous jazz player, I believe. So we went there, we had a networking event, and before that, we actually walked around Nashville and got to see some of the sights, got to see some of the cities. It was downtown, and we basically walked around and got to see anything like that before the event. I didn't actually get anything inside the event because there's copyrighted music and stuff like that, and it was a, you know, a business special event. So I'll show you that now. Where?
He's on stage?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
It's that one or the other one. He's trying. Step college. So after BB King's, we basically, I don't know if we walked around. No, we actually came back, and when we went to go to the party bus, that's what we called it. It was this gigantic church van for like 5 people. Way too much room. But anyway, we all climbed up in the party bus, but when we got back to the parking lot, it was like 5 cop cars, and there were more cop cars keep coming in, and someone had gotten like robbed out of their car, and we're just like, walking up totally out of our element, walked past, and basically just got in our car and left and tried not to hit any of the like multitude of cop cars. Came back, it was probably 11 o'clock, what is that, Central Time or whatever, because the time actually changes from where I'm at to go to Nashville. So we went and did that. The next day was Friday, and we basically had an all-day ASUG event, which I don't actually know what that stands for. Business related event. It lasted all day. Woke up at like 6 in the morning, and when we actually got there, they promised a continental breakfast. No food whatsoever. Everyone started off just a peachy day, because we had to do basically 4 hours of meetings and people talking to us and stuff like that, and we had 4 hours of that, and we just inhaled our lunch. They had these box lunches. It was like a cold ham sandwich, and it was like a cookie, some chips, and water, drink, stuff like that. And I was like, I ate mine so fast, and then I looked at my friend beside me, and I was like, I could eat another one, just a whole nother box. And he was just like, me too. And then so he went and got a box, and we split the sandwich in half. And so I don't know if we were supposed to do that, but we did anyway, because we were hungry, and there were leftover boxes anyway. So it wasn't like we took someone's meal, because people would leave. Like, they left periodically. Like, they left before the prizes were drawn, which we'll come to in a minute. But basically walked around, and it was at Titan Stadium or whatever. I think it's a football team. I'm pretty sure it's a football team, because there's also a hockey team, like a hockey stadium, like in the upper part of the downtown Nashville. That's a weird statement, but anyway, we went to you'll see pieces of that in the footage as well if you look for it. But I'll show you some Titan Stadium footage and the venue that we were at. It was really cool. We were actually inside of the stadium. The whole event was there, and we had a code jam. So we just learned to program some of the new stuff that is coming out for the languages, as coding always is always evolving. But I'll show you that footage now.
Might not have said that.
I did the same thing, so.
There she is. She's getting her exercise in.
Did she walk around the whole thing?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, she walked on the rainbow step. Rainbow Road. Yeah, Rainbow Road that way. Okay, I was wondering why.
Okay, so after the coding event, we were supposed to go to a networking, another networking dinner, but after we talked to him the first night for the networking, and we actually had a speech to him, a speech with them at the event, it wasn't what we thought it was. It was just them trying to sell, they sucked us in. We're all new. We're less than a year old, working there. They sucked us in. So we ended up going to a place called Prince's Hot Chicken. And now this is where the story is amazing. And I might just make this also, this piece a separate vlog, so you guys can just skip right to that. Because I know this video is going to be super long, but I just delayed and didn't show everything. So anyway, we went to a place called Prince's Hot Chicken. So Prince's Hot Chicken is supposedly the location of the very first hot chicken, like fried chicken there ever was. So what happened was, an employee got, supposedly, this is alleged, supposedly an employee got fired at Prince's Hot Chicken. And what he ended up doing is throwing a bottle of Texas Pete over into the deep fryer, and thus tainting the chicken, and they served it to a customer. Well, the customer ended up loving it, and thus was born Prince's Hot Chicken. Now, the places we went to, I was expecting like an actual restaurant. No, this was in Sketchville, man. I would get robbed. I would get mugged if not stabbed like there. And that's not a stereotype. That's just the truth. If we had a group of 6 people went in there and people were asking us like, where y'all from? No kidding. That's what it sounded like. They were like, where y'all from? And we were like, we're from out of town or whatever. And it was completely obvious. We're all dressed in, somewhat business-ish, not a formal. It was like casual, but it was like a step above casual. I don't know what that's called. It's not a business casual either. But anyway, we basically were totally out of our element, and we all ordered the hot chicken. So even the only thing that's not hot was the plain chicken. So the mild chicken was what 2 of the people got. One person got a hot chicken. One person, maybe 3 got mild. No, 2 got mild. I don't know what the one guy got. 2 got mild. 1 got medium. 1 got hot. And as always, I love spicy food, so I got the extra hot fried chicken. So everyone thought I was stupid, and we kept making funny jokes because it took so long. So they probably had to change out like the entire deep fryer for them to like fix this chicken. And we were like, oh Shane, they're finishing up your satanic ritual over your chicken. Oh, they're blessing it. They're going to South Carolina to find the hottest pepper and ground it up. So when I bit into this chicken, I will show you that footage now.
Alright, I'm recording.
Y'all want to try these? You want me to try first?
You can try it.
My name is Shane, and this is how I die.
It's temperature hot though. Welcome to It's hot.
It is. Give it 5 minutes.
No, it's
I can smell the spicy.
It's in my teeth. Teeth are like orange. Y'all try a piece.
When the temperature goes down, I'll try.
I'll try a little bit of skin. It's all in my teeth. It's not that bad. I had some at Buffalo Wild Wings. It tore me up. It's hot. It's like temperature hot. I'm kind of scared to drink something.
Because it's going to make it better and then it'll make it worse again. Alright, do you want me to stop filming?
I feel like I'm breathing fire. I need a napkin, man.
Yes, I need a napkin.
I don't know if Shane can spare
I'm gonna eat pickles.
You're like struggling the same amount.
And I'm like,
I hate all of that.
I gotta have milk or something, man.
Oh.
I've got pickles if you want one.
I hate pickles.
Oh, well, never mind then.
What does pickles make it go away though?
Yeah.
Have one more of those.
Let's pass that ketchup.
Yeah, let me try some ketchup. Just like straight ketchup.
Pickles are also like the best chaser ever. We're done pepper juice after like a shot of whiskey.
Did you just eat the ketchup?
Yeah.
Just straight?
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Shane's mouth is turning red.
Is it red? My lips are red?
You're good in there.
I feel like mine are really burning.
Like,
You're kind of fake all over.
We all need a red.
That stripe of that
We all
chicken
need
is not
all
going.
like the Eastman red face crew.
Like I have a little like burn like strip.
it's borderline. You want to try another piece, Meredith?
No, thank you.
Do you want to try one?
No thanks.
Just to say that you did it?
Okay, maybe.
The little crumbly, like it wasn't that bad. I'm
No,
filming.
that's where all it is. It's on the skin.
The skin is where it's spicy. You gotta get the skin.
Oh, that's
No, that's meat. I mean,
just eat it. It's got some spice on it.
You're not gonna get it.
it's not the count. It doesn't.
I love it.
Try
It gets to the back of your throat.
it. You gotta get the little crunchy part though.
Off of that.
Wait, what?
Pull that piece of skin off and just like rip that in half, and that's use that.
It tastes really good at first too.
Like,
First.
Yeah, just try that.
is that too much?
No, it's not enough. But go
Do
ahead.
it.
It's like
Okay, it's getting a little spicy. I'm afraid to swallow it.
Don't
No,
do it.
swallow it.
It hurts.
it takes about 2 minutes for it to.
I'm feeling it. I can feel my face getting red.
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
My lips are burning. And my sunglasses are falling off.
I think I just inhaled it.
I'm so glad you went for the extra
By the
time.
way, water makes it worse.
Two chicken shit that we're doing.
I'm not kidding.
Great.
Water makes it worse.
Yeah, it does.
I know.
Yeah, it does.
Ketchup.
It feels good while it's in your mouth, but then once it goes, it's
It's
just bad.
way worse.
Man,
I like it.
I hate pickles. Did you say I hate pickles?
No, I love pickles. Thank you. That's a little better.
I can't tell if the chicken's still hot or it's just spicy.
It's very hot. Like temperature hot.
You're doing all sorts of trauma to yourself.
And so when I bit into that chicken, it was like all in my teeth. It was, we're all having fun. I let everyone try a piece of it because it was an experience. I would do it again. I would eat it gladly. But the scary thing about it was actually burning my lips. Like I was biting it like this because it was temperature hot. It wasn't like, it was spicy hot, of course, but it was actually temperature hot for like the longest time. It wasn't cooling off. By the time I was finishing, it was still hot. It was like it had just come out the oven. But it had so much of the dust, like the spicy powder, that it was like up in the grooves of your teeth or whatever, and it was literally burning my mouth. So afterward, we walked and went to downtown Nashville, and it was everything's neon, it's lit up, and I gotta say that's still not my scene, but I went anyway. It's fun to go around, every now and then. I would not do that every night, but it's still fun to go around and see. And Nashville is literally the 3 B's: beer. What did I say? Hold on. Oh my gosh, it was. I kept having this joke for the longest time. It was beer. Oh, beer, boots, and boobs. That is Nashville in a nutshell. Beers, boots, and boobs. Because, all the girls are like, skinnily dressed or whatever. Everyone has the boots. We actually went around and looking for the boots while others were out having a good time, being in high spirits. But they were having fun, and, I don't drink at all. It's not my cup of tea. Literally, and because the guy kept getting a Long Island iced tea. But no, they went and did that, and then we got back probably about 12 or 1. It was my first ever time actually Ubering. We had 2 Ubers, one there and one back, and that is expensive. Like, if you could find a spot to park, it would maybe be worth it if you could actually find the spot to park. But since we had such a big old party van, and that was another thing about the Prince's Hot Chicken, is that if we got our chicken, we had nowhere to eat it because it was like nowhere to sit, and we ended up just like grabbing a booth and just all piling into it. And since there were 6 of us, no one really said anything, but one of the guys come up behind us. He was like, "You guys don't need to come here anymore." It was like, not necessarily don't need to come here, but there's a nicer place with more seating and a more friendly environment. But anyway, I would totally do it again, but I would still do it with 6 people. I would not go with 2, not go with, I don't even know if I would go with 4. It is, yeah. It's definitely up there with being safe. But I think that's it. I ended up driving. So one of the guys drove all the way down, and then I ended up driving while in Nashville. That was experience. Like 5 lanes of traffic at all times, and we left at like rush hour a few times. I can feel my voice going. I've been recording for like 2 or 3 hours now. I can feel my voice going. And then I drove all the way back from Nashville, which is technically 5 hours on the way back, 3 hours on the way there, because of the time change. But yeah, so it was super fun. I would go and do it again. The one thing I wanted to go, like you said, it was more of a business trip. My arm is getting tired. But it was more of a business trip. So we didn't get to do something, but there was some fun things. We got to go around and sightsee and take pictures and show stuff like that. So I hope I covered everything that I filmed. If not, I'll add it at the end. But there was a whole lot to do, and I really should have broke this off into separate videos. But I just wanted to name, like, this is our Nashville story. It was probably tons of other stories. You know, we all have memories of that place now. So it was super fun, guys. But this isn't Breaking Focus. I tried to capture the moment, and I just ruined the outro. And as always, capture the moment.